Zero FXB, welcome to my channel. So just imagine that you are a seller, a person that sells ham radios. You may have a shop and you may deliver worldwide. And so what's the most basic fundamental thing you should do if someone spent thousands of pounds on a radio and you need to send it, whether it's around the world or in the UK? The most basic thing is to package it in a way where it can't be damaged. That's the number one thing, because we know that drivers will always chuck products around. So what we say is the most basic common sense thing that someone should do, especially if they've been running a ham radio shop for 30, 40, 50 years, is to make sure that that package is packaged the best it can be packaged, so that when it does go to FedEx, DPD, all these different sellers, that when it gets to the buyer who spent thousands of pounds, who's really excited about opening that radio, that there is no damage, zero damage. And if there is damage, you should be prepared to compensate them properly, or really offer a full exchange of that product is the first thing you should do, and also paying the costage of the item to be collected and returned. So what's the basics? 40 years running radio shops. Wrap the radio, protect the radio for transport. Let's talk about packaging and wrapping radios so that they don't get damaged in transit. M0FXB, welcome to my channel. Here's the ICOM 705 in its box. And just think, they actually double boxed it. This is from Radio World, and it was double boxed to protect the actual box. And if you look at the actual box, it's in perfect condition. There's the box, in perfect condition, because it was double boxed, and inside the actual box there was bubble wrap and all that fluffy polystyrene stuff. So how would you feel if you got a brand new radio, brand new, and all it had around it was a thin layer of bubble wrap and brown paper, and then you ended up with a rip in the box and a big dent in the corner where the package had been dropped, and the thin packaging hadn't protected it? This. So do you think this would protect this from damage? And we're talking about a brand new item now, not a used item. Let me know what your thoughts are about whether a brand new radio, should be packaged properly. So here's another one, a Yaesu FT991A. Double boxed with thick bubble wrap that also surrounded the whole box. And then it was double boxed as well in this box here to make sure that it didn't get damaged. And that was a used radio, because the seller didn't want the radio that he was selling to be damaged. Let me know if one of the big sellers sent you a radio with thin packaging like this, and then brown paper around it, and it got dented, and then how would you feel? And when you spoke to them, what would you think their response should be? Maybe to just refund you the postage, which is £7 or £8? Would that make up for a box that's damaged for the whole life of the radio? M0FXB 73, let me know. Because I was told when I had a radio that was damaged during transit that maybe I should go shop at a different ham radio store. Do you think that's the way to do it? A good retailer doesn't show how good he is when he's selling the radio and taking the money. He shows how good he is when he's dealing with complaints and problems. This is an FTM 400, came from Lamco. And I'll tell you now, it was packaged fine and there was no damage. Bye for now.